Hi everybody, Jared Evans here with Everything But the Gym and Blood and Iron Fitness. Today I'm going to take you through a stretching routine that specifically addresses lower back pain. Now, if you already have lower back pain, please go to your doctor and get it checked out by them so you can see what's really going on. Don't guess with lower back pain, because if it's something more serious, this could actually aggravate it and make it a lot worse. So this routine only addresses tight muscles. It does not address issues like herniated discs or compressed disc or pinched nerves, things like that. So don't guess, go to your doctor first, then come in and watch the video. Also, read the article associated with this video because it helps set it up and explain my experience with it, how to do it, certain substitutions, things like that. Okay? And after you've done all that, you can get started. Okay, the first stretch we're going to do is going to be a kneeling lunge. Back leg is on the ground, whole shin touching, so don't just put the pressure on your knee. Then we're going to lean forward, pushing the hips forward and underneath. We're going to start with the upright version first, which is the one I'm doing right now. Start by leaning forward with the hips. We're going to switch to the other side. And as you do your stretches, you want to make sure that you breathe nice and deep, focus on the exhale. That really does help with letting the muscles relax so that they don't tighten up more. Now the next version we're going to do, again, switch sides, is a slightly different lunge. It hits the hip flexor but from a different angle. Still be in your lunge like we were originally. Then bring your hands down flat on the ground if you can with your elbows straight. And then sink forward. Sink the hips down towards the ground, dropping them as much as you can. Okay, now switch to the other side again. And another thing you can do in this stretch, on the front knee, once your hands are down, you can open it a little bit, push it out to the side while you're in this position, and that's going to also allow you to start stretching the inside of the thigh, the adductors or the groin. So then when you come back out of it, pull the knee in first and then come up and out. After that, you're going to come down onto your back. We're going to bring the knees up at a 90-degree angle, hips at a 90, and then we're going to rotate the hips to the side, hand on top of the knee, other arm straight out, and pull down with your hand as you try to rotate your hip back to the ground. So I'm trying to rotate my hips back this way without moving the knees, and you're going to feel that stretch on the outside of the hip now. Again, hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. Do the other side. Rotate the hips the opposite direction. Pull down with this hand that's on top of the knee. Pull down and then try to rotate the hips back this way, again without letting the knee move. Other hand out to the side. Rest your hand or rest your head down on the mat so that you're not tensing your neck. I'm just doing that to look at the camera, but you should have your head nice and relaxed, flat. Okay? Then after that, you're going to bring your knees up just to help release the back a little bit. Drop down one knee, keep one knee up. Interlace your fingers to help you get a good grip on your knee, about 2 inches below it. Pull it up as high as you can and off to the side, like you're trying to pull it up into the armpit. Don't let your back round off the ground. Kick the opposite leg heel away to keep your knee from doing this. So tighten the quad, kick the heel away, then go ahead, lock the knee, set it down, switch to the other side, interlace the fingers, pull it all the way up into your chest, pull it to the outside, missing the ribs. Again, you want to pull as high as you can, keep the lower back down and flat so that you can feel this in the back outside of the hip. Okay, good. Then put that down. After that, we're going to do a modified version of Happy Baby. That's what it's called in yoga.
Now, if your back is really tight and sore like mine was when I first started doing this, you're probably not going to be able to do the full version, which is fine. Now, what we want to do is bring both legs up first. If you're really tight, hold your legs here or here. Start by pulling them up, start to straighten them out a little bit, then move your feet apart as much as you can and hold. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can grab the outsides of the feet or the insides. I like the way the inside feels. Even though this stretch looks a little silly, it really does help the lower back. Now keep your lower back on the ground. Don't let your lower back round up off the ground like that. Don't worry about how straight your legs are. If you're more flexible, you'll be able to get the legs straighter, but it's not important. What we want to work on is keeping the lower back flat on the ground so it's not riding up. Let the legs fall apart, away from each other. Then you can start to work to straighten the legs, to stretch the hamstrings. And hold. Again, you want to hold that for 30 seconds to a minute. Afterwards, bring the legs back in, let them roll back down.
Okay, last one we're gonna do for the hips is a rotation. Now this one is pretty tricky. I already gave you my disclaimer, but really be careful with your back here if you've had pain before. Start face down, arms out to the side. Now you're going to take your right leg, turn it towards the left hand, left side. You're gonna look to the right, so you're looking in the opposite direction of the way the foot is moving. You wanna get your leg as high as you can up towards your hand. Keep the knee high, and then try to rotate the right shoulder down towards the ground. Hold that for 30 seconds. Come back. You're gonna have to rotate your head the other way. So I'm just switching so that you can see what I'm doing. So rotate your head in the opposite direction. Left foot up, over towards the right hand as high as you can. Lift the knee up and away, then try to rotate the shoulder back down towards the mat. Breathe out and move down. Breathe in and lift the knee. Then don't let it move. Breathe out and bring the shoulder down. Do that for 30 seconds to a minute, both sides. And then you're done.